Attorney Jeremy Rosenthal with us, a legal segment. A recent incident involving a Florida surgeon is on our list here. He removed a liver. He meant to remove a spleen, and that has brought Florida's so-called free kill law, which is a strange outlier among wrongful death laws across the country, back in the spotlight. Jeremy, give us the particulars here.
So Florida's got this law that says that if you are over 25 and you have no dependents, and if you are killed essentially in a medical malpractice accident, you can't sue. Which is just kind of, in other states, what you would be able to do is your estate, if you die, your estate has a lawsuit for wrongful death, and then the beneficiaries and the heirs can go after and pursue justice for you. But Florida doesn't let you do that. Florida basically says, and it's quote unquote a free kill, because you can be killed and not held accountable for it by a doctor. And I mean, these types of things happen where a wrong organ is taken out, or somebody leaves a surgical instrument inside of a body. It happens. I mean, doctors are they're more angry at other doctors than anybody else for these types of incidents of malpractice. But this law is kind of a particularly crazy one. And we'll see if Florida repeals it. They've just taken a ton of heat over it. So we'll see what happens about that.
Is this one of those laws that just over the years kind of got forgotten about, we should repeal, and then all of a sudden it comes back into the forefront? We're like, oh yeah, we forgot to repeal that. How does this even get on the books?
Well, no. If any insurance folks are listening, don't take this the wrong way. This is what happens when you let insurance companies write your laws. This was one of the laws that passed in a wave of malpractice reform, tort reform, back in the early 90s, and it never got taken off the books. But I mean, look, there were some legitimate fears about malpractice rates spiking back then, because it was a lot easier to sue medical providers. And this was one of the control measures that they put in place to try to limit the exposure. But again, but what a lot of states did is they capped it. They said, okay, we're just going to cap these things. That's going to keep the insurance under control. Florida just said, if you are over 25 and you get your spleen taken out by accident and you don't have any dependents, tough, no money for you. And again, it just, I mean, we'd all love to say that bad doctors need to be punished or policed, but yeah, that it kind of takes them off the hook for that, and there's not a lot of accountability, and it makes you kind of worry about, like, okay, my dad is 77. His wife is deceased. I'm over 25. Does that mean he goes in for surgery and the doctor's like, well, I can screw this one up and it's not a big deal? Scary stuff.
Yeah, Jeremy Rosenthal, attorney, with us. We turned